Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. Let's make sure your microphone's working because half the time I start live stream, microphone doesn't work. How's it going? We got a lot going on in chat. I see chat's been kind of blowing up a little early today, including the spammers. I mean, come on, the spammers. You got to they got to get in early. We got Splinky Man. Welcome in. Do not recognize his name, so welcome in, sir. We got John W. Sorry if I messed that up, sir. We got U8. GMB, how's it going? Old Man, Lidlock, Mike C, Chris Roll, Totally Normal, Orion, Timster. Getting some snow and ice here tonight. Yeah, it's there's no so strange. Exactly where I am, there's like no snow, but like everywhere else around me, there's tons of snow. Anyone stealing gas tonight? Okay, I'll have to figure out what that's all about. White Raven, welcome in. Mike C. Oh, my mic is echoing. Oh, that's not good. Is it like extra echoey? I can see if I can adjust that. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I have on no suppression is on. Let me make sure I'm not reverbing any audio back into the stream. I don't believe I am. Is it too loud? Some people are saying that they hear it, some people don't. So if you hear the mic is echoing, hit 1 in chat, please. If not, for Orion, you might have to refresh your browser, sir. Please let me know if I am echoing. No, just I don't see an echo on my end, but well, I know you hear it, Orion. There's a 1 there. Does anybody else hear it? Oh, Timster hear an echo too? Oh man. Why? All right, give me a second. Let's see, I don't have monitoring turned on. Mike C says for the those that hear that. Oh, even with a really? That's so odd. Oh crap, people. How do we have an echo? Microphone check. Still have an echo. I just adjusted some settings, but I don't see, like I said, on my end. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are hearing. But I have some settings on that there should be nothing to be causing an echo whatsoever, though. So maybe when I switch scenes, it will be less echoey. It seems like my microphone is picking up everything I'm clicking on, so let me see if there's a one little last thing here. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I may have possibly have found the issue. All right, how is that? Do we still have an echo? That's so weird. Hold on. Of course, this is going to happen right in the middle of the beginning of the stream. So, but while I'm figuring this out, is I know there's a group of everyone here in chat that is in the Portland metro area. Is everyone experiencing snow? Let's see here. I know that there's some snow around here for you, some of you guys, and some snow for not. Especially probably where you are, totally normal. I'm sure there's got to be a lot of snow. Are you in Wanzo direction? Timster's in Northeast PA. What's happening out there, Timster? Let me see if this microphone is better. Is there less echo? Please let me know for those that say that there was an echo, and I will keep on, yeah, I will keep on moving here. But it's not showing anything on my end at all. So I apologize. Don't know what's going on with that. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like you guys might have multiple tabs open, Timster, and yeah. So, anyways, let's get back to our subject. So I apologize for those that have it, but like I said, try to refresh whatnot. It could be. Yeah, I don't even know how to hear my room echoing. Though, told them what's making sense. I have on headphones, and all my audio is being replayed back in my headset. So I don't know. Like I said, doesn't matter. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the help wanted, how I learned to stop worrying, and love the chaos. You guys are probably like, wait, what is this dude talking about? So as many of you know, I've been, as many of you are probably having the same problem. We're all struggling trying to find, not only find caregivers, but to find good quality caregivers is almost, I want to say impossible, but it's not looking great out there in the market. And I've done above and beyond what most people would probably do as far as looking for caregivers and the spots and places I've looked at. And I'm going to ask you guys something, which I guess I should have put this in the poll instead of how many Twitter accounts you guys have. But what I've ran into, and maybe you guys can chime in here in chat, is that if I'm not allowed to post at any of the local colleges, that includes the universities, community colleges, private colleges, they do not allow you to post in-home jobs. They consider caregiving in-home, which yes, they're taking care of you in the home, but it's still a job. So just curious if anybody, it can be anywhere in the United States, if you guys have ran into when you're looking for caregivers, colleges being like, no, sorry, can't do that. Just curious, has everybody ran into that at all? Or is it just an Oregon situation? And let me see what our poll is up to. Thank you for doing the poll, everyone. So this is kind of as we're at the anything to do with this, but it's this little science project on the side. How many Twitter accounts do you guys have? 39% of you said one to four accounts. 50% of you said you had. 6% had 5+. I'd like to talk to that 6%. Jeez. And then what's Twitter? I can't help you guys. You guys don't know what Twitter is. I can't help you. That's interesting though that there's 50% of everyone that took the 18 votes has 1 to 4, and then there's that 5+. So that's interesting. Okay, good. I'm glad you found the echo, sir. So how many Twitter accounts do you have? There's the final numbers. I thought that's a very interesting thing. I just wanted to kind of find out because I know that I have to manage 4 different Twitter accounts. Now they're not all for me like personally, so I guess we can maybe count that a little bit differently because it's not just me. They're used for other things, but yeah, that's really interesting that there's a more percentage that have more than one is seems to be more common with Twitter. So it sounds like everyone's kind of wants to move away from Twitter anyways. So anyways, let's go back to the subject matter at hand, and that's about caregivers. So has anybody ran into an issue at colleges looking for caregivers? Just curious. Go ahead and give me a, I don't know, thumbs up, I guess, if you've had issues with colleges denying your, basically, ability to do, or I guess thumbs up is a little bit harder in YouTube chat, isn't it? All right, go with a 1. 1 in chat if you've had colleges tell you can't post jobs there because it involves in-home job. Just curious of how many ran into an issue. And I'm going to tell you what I did to possibly try to get around that issue, but it totally didn't work and backfired. But I just want to get your guys' opinion if it's happened. I can't be the only one that's had that issue. There's a lot of you in chat. I can see how many there is. Actually, I don't know if I can get that kind of detail, but there's quite a bit of you. Ah, I have a new way of looking. I can find you guys. We got Chris, Joshua, Lidlock. How's it going, Lidlock? Glad you're here, sir. You use an agency. Okay. Yeah, I know even the agencies are struggling right now, for sure. Like, that's a big problem. Hi there. Can't pronounce your name at all. XY, so I was gonna call you XY. Welcome in. But that seems to be kind of a big problem, though, is that there's a lot, uh, that there's a lot of difficulty of even trying to find people in general. And I know it's not just caregiving. I mean, like local restaurants, movie theaters, any place like that, like they just can't find employees at all to work. Um, you just have a homemaker and haven't had much issues. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, those of us that have family or homemakers or wives, girlfriends, whatever it is you may have in your life that help you out when there's an issue or a gap in the caregiving, like that's great. But not everyone. I don't not I know not all of us like have that option. Um, so it's just yeah. So let me tell you what I've had to do. So like I said, colleges are like, sorry, you can't post. It's an in-home job. Like okay, well that's a great like caregiving to me. I think is the ultimate like college job because it allows you then to go to school, focus on school while you're still helping take care of somebody. So that to me, I think it's pretty cool. Um, as far as a college job goes, or any type of job, if you're going to school for anything. Another thing it's good for, I think, is for like part time. People just want to work part time. They want to help out in the community, help people out. I think that's also another group of people. But without being able to like post anywhere on the colleges or college campuses, I can't get into that market of people at all and putting it out there. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to try online. And then I tried, which many of you have all heard, is basically care.com, right? So care.com is a great resource. Depending on where you live, it varies. But a lot of things I ran into here with care.com, at least in the Oregon, Portland metro area, um, is that a majority of the people on there all want $25 to $30 an hour, which is great. Like, trust me, if I could pay and win the lottery and like pay caregivers $25 to $30 an hour, I would totally do it hands down. That wouldn't be a problem. But unfortunately, being with Medicaid and Medicare services, you're limited on what you're able to pay out the caregivers, which really kind of puts, it kind of creates a little bit of a problem. Um, so you're not able to pay a lot more. I just totally lost train of thought where I was going with that subject matter. Um, oh yeah, so basically, I'm like, okay, care.com, that's too expensive. I've tried Craigslist once. I will never do it again. Never. Like, if any of you have ever done Craigslist for that, just please just avoid that at all costs unless it's like absolutely necessary. Do not do it. It's terrible. Like I had somebody come out and interview, um, and I said, hey, I don't think it's a good fit, and they refused to leave my house. And I had to call the cops or threaten to call the cops to get them to leave my house because they refused to leave. And after that, I'm like, nope, no more hiring online. There's going to be interviews done online first before they show up. Like, I don't give people my address or anything until after I've interviewed them, just for safety and just to kind of make sure it's, good. But yeah, but I mean, to have them go interview and you're like, sorry, I'm not going to hire you. And they like, I'm not leaving your house unless you hire me. I'm like, yeah, no, you can leave my house. That's happened a few times. I'm just like, okay, done with that. Angie's list for caregivers. Yeah, there needs to be an Angie's list for caregivers. That'd be great. Like I said, care.com kind of tried to do that market. But the most interesting thing about care.com is that on their website they have elder care, child care, and pet care. But they don't have anything in between for people with, like, say, physical disabilities in the age range of 18 to 60. Let's just say, or 50. Like, there's no in between. So I feel like it's kind of a not marketed well or correctly for people like myself and others in chat in similar situations. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try. Man, what's another thing I tried? I tried not Indeed. Oh, Monster. I tried Monster and I had it up, and then they closed my account after 3 days, saying that I was against the terms of service because it was a in-home job and I was a private individual and not a business. I'm like, okay, so the way it works right now, I'm on a state program here in Oregon that allows me to hire whoever I want to. I do the background checks and all that stuff, and then the state is the one helping pay for them, but they basically give me the money up front each month, and then I hire who I want to and pay for caregivers. That's kind of how the whole process works. So let's hold on. I'm gonna cut up here on chat. I feel like I've been ignoring chat here for a minute. Hold on. Christopher currently has an agency. May hire your own eventually. That's pretty cool, dude. I definitely recommend it. Hiring on your own is the way to do it. Yeah, don't they have painting jobs? Right? That's at home. How is that not considered in somebody's house? Or like you're trying to tell me how many college students sign up and do work as like house cleaners, stuff like that? Like, come on. Just tell them you're an agency, just a really small one. Well, that's the thing, Chris, is I tried telling them I was, and they said, well, we need your tax ID number and all that. Well, what I was trying to say was the way the state pays for my care, I can't put together an LLC. I can't get a business license, like, here, I'm a legitimate business, allow me to post. They won't allow it, because it's the state, I can't own anything. So it's kind of like this weird catch-22, Let's see, White Raven saying that's strange, AF, like, did they think that they could, intimate to giving the job? Oh, that person, yeah, pretty sure it's illegal. Yeah, no, that was definitely like an illegal situation for sure, White Raven. Yeah, that was that gal not leaving the house, totally illegal. That was like, yeah. I'm sure the cops would have loved to come here. Luckily, she was able to leave without the cops, but that was a pretty messed up, scary situation. You're trespassing to be able to leave ahead, so I hope, yeah. That's so true, Ryan. So I'm just like, crap, I can't do care.com. Monster's like, you're not a business, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and look on Indeed, and maybe Indeed will let me do it. So with Indeed, same thing, created a whole thing, started it. Of course, typical thing. Week later, gets flagged in customer service, and they email me and what I would just say email me without this like blocking me like straight up out of the box. And I explained to them the exact situation, what I was doing, what I was using their platform for. And they said, okay, we'll allow you to do that, but you need to send us a photocopy of your driver's license. Which, I mean, I've had to send it to Amazon and like other organizations before to like verify my identity, but for like a job hiring site, I thought that was kind of like, can I just like post here? Like, what's the problem? But they wanted to make sure that I was a legitimate person and whatnot. So I've had pretty good success on there doing that. And it's been really good. I've gotten some over the last, 4 years of using it. I've gotten some awesome, amazing caregivers like this, like the ones that, as I always joke around and say, like when you interview people and you interview 10 people, you literally only hire one out of those 10 people or two out of those 10 people. Hey, Kelly, how's it going, sir? Welcome in. We're talking about help wanted. I'm trying to find care, so I'm kind of going down the whole rabbit hole of my process of what I've been through finding people. So, anyways, I got real amazing people off of the Indeed platform. Worked out really well. And then also have tried like online, like looking at like Nextdoor. Tried even Facebook jobs. I don't know if any of you ever tried posting on there looking for care, but it's kind of an interesting thing to kind of find people on there. And those just really haven't quite panned out. It's mainly just been going. It's mainly been going. I don't know, back towards Indeed and kind of just going back and forth. Like I said, I just really wish I could post into places I want to, like nursing schools, places do like CNA, and it's just not an available option, unfortunately. I just fired my guy helper today. Oh no, Kelly. And you hired his supervisor? So wait, you fired the guy and then you went through and you hired the supervisor? That's awesome. So 10% isn't bad, to be honest. The contract produces less percent than that. Yeah, I'm sure when it comes to like hiring contractors doing housework, yeah, don't even get me started on contractors and housework. So let me give you kind of a highlight of my week and why I wanted to talk about this today. So we talked about all the different resources I did to kind of put together to try to find people. including one thing I didn't mention is I did also put together a free website, like one of those like free website platforms, to make it so I could look like an official, not look like, but it's not like false advertising, but basically look more like a business to compete with other organizations that are on other job sites. So that makes any sense. To put together a website and kind of make it look like it's all, put together and whatnot. So I did do that, and that's been super helpful. So one thing I can tell you, if you guys are hiring on your own and looking to do it, is try to put together a site about yourself, who you are, what you're looking for. It is helpful because it does give you a chance to send people to that. Um, yeah. Let's see. I can hop here on chat again. Hired his. She was his supervisor at an assisted living. Oh, okay. Being the main contractor and hiring people to work for you is less than 10%. Make 1 month on the job. Wow. Really? Less than 10, 1 month. That's crazy stats. The home closed down. Gotcha. Well, you're an employer, taxes, everything. Well, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, you got to have like employer taxes and all that stuff, which I have all that fun stuff to do. But it's just interesting with the way it works with the state, like trying to hire and like be a business, but then you can't be a business legally because then the state like can count that as a resource. So it's like trying to find that balance of like finding your own in advertising and making the advertisement job websites happy, but then not affecting your overall like care and cost of things. Um, and that's something that Chris just brought up in chat. Is I can't tell you how many times I've had to deal with that. So Chris is saying that he's looking forward to the ban on non-compete employee agreements so I could poach previous agency caregivers that I like. Absolutely. That is one of the number one things that caregiving agencies do, and they do not tell people when they get employed. So the way it works, they advertise online, Indeed, Monster, Craigslist, the caregiving agencies, they all advertise. The people go into, oh, I'm excited, I love to help people, I want this job. All right, well, we need you to fill out this paperwork and sign those stuff. Majority of the people that are there applying for those jobs, they don't take the time to look through the fine print of that paperwork. One of the things that most of the caregiving agencies do, at least in the state of Oregon, is when you sign that initial job paperwork, it states in there that you cannot legally basically work for anyone that you've chatted to, know about, or anything for up to a year, if not longer. Which is crazy. It's like a whole non-compete clause. So let's say if that caregiver like worked for that agency for like a month and they quit, they could not go work for any other caregiving agency that would maybe associated with that client or anything near that client without getting themselves in major trouble. And sometimes non-compete clauses even stipulate they can't work in caregiving at all for any other organization. Like I've seen fine print that says, here's your non-compete clause. By the way, if you quit our company, you cannot work for any other caregiving agencies for up to a year, which is just insane. Like, how did they get away with that? So I agree with Chris that I think there needs to be a ban on non-compete employee agreements, especially in the caregiving agency like world. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. It's not everyone's opinion, but it's just in my personal opinion. I think that's something that should be removed. Is the non-compete clauses. Especially, it's not like these agencies are really losing money. Like on average, most of the companies around here, because I kind of did a little bit of background research on some of the caregiving agencies, which is good that they do this, but a lot of them are making anywhere from like $1 to $12 million a year, which is just insane. But yet they end up not paying their caregivers a livable wage, stuff like that. We can go down a whole rabbit hole about agencies. We're not going to do that tonight. That's not what it's about. So back to the main point I wanted to bring about the stream and why I said how I learned to stop worrying and love the chaos, right? Here's the whole entire like thought. Last week was really tough. I'm going to go over the whole entire thing what happened last week. I, for the last week and a half, was advertising online, set up lots of interviews, let's see, what did I have? I think I had 4 interviews show up, or 4 interviews total. So as far as interviews go, I had 2 no-show, so I didn't even show up to the interview at all. They scheduled it, confirmed it, never showed. I had another one who did the interview, and I thought it was a really good fit. Actually, I had 2 that had good interviews, and if I had good fits, I I said, okay, next step is I'm going to do some more research on, I have a few other interviews coming up over the weekend. After that, I'll give you a call. I called that person right after the interview went well. We talked for over an hour. I called the person, emailed them, no response. Never heard back from them. Another gal I hired for a different shift, same process. Hired her, everything. Well, I even emailed her the paperwork and my address. Like everything all went forth and forward. And all of a sudden she just like ghosted me. And if any of you saw my tweet, I was kind of joking around. It's like finding the caregiver is kind of like on the dating sites, you know? It needs like a caregiving app. You can just like swipe right or left. Like, but you can't, that doesn't really work with caregiving, unfortunately. But it's kind of a joke that you get ghosted. Like you get all these people that apply for jobs and then they just ghost you. Or they go through the whole process and then ghost you. And it's super frustrating. And I'm not going to tell you that it didn't have an effect on me. Like obviously over the weekend it was definitely a low point, and like I'm kind of like frustrated and upset, but I'm like, you wanna know what? You did nothing wrong. You did everything you're supposed to. You followed through. You called them. You offered them the job. They're the ones that didn't follow through. So I've kind of, over the last few years, I've always been working on trying to reframe my mind to stop worrying and embrace the chaos. I know that sounds kind of weird, like, okay, bro, that's like a little bit too much. You can't say it like that, but it's true. Like, if you just necessarily not embrace the chaos, but put things in a different perspective. Like, for example, like I had to kind of over the weekend get through the, you know, I guess we'll call it the, I don't know, the stages of grief. I don't know what we'll call it. And I had to process it on my own. And when I processed it, I'm like, you know what? I didn't do anything wrong. I did everything I was supposed to. I followed up with these people. I gave them all the information they needed about the job, interviewed them, and they're the ones that decided to flake off. So I learned that I have my box that I can control and a box of things that are out of my control. And people acting like that, doing that, people not showing up for interviews, completely out of my control. And I'm not going to stress over it. Is it frustrating? Yeah. Am I not able to get my care needs fully filled? For sure. But it is what it is. I can't stress over it or create stress, because that's one thing that I told myself for 2023, that I'm going to completely lower or remove my stress to the best of my ability. It's easier said than done. There's been all kinds of things up and down, people out sick, like there's been all kinds of things, but it is what it is. You know, and I'm very fortunate to have family and family be available to get me through this patch of time. I know there's not always going to be family. I'm not always going to have this, but for now I do. And I'm very thankful for that. You know, if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be able to be right here talking to you guys. Like I wouldn't be able to get the things I need and be able to, you know, live and be my happy go-to self that you know people love. I can't guarantee I can do that if it wasn't for family. So family has honestly gotten me through this, and it's been great. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, that why I stopped worrying about the and love the chaos, because it's just part of it. You know, it's part of our thing. We have to go through and find people and go through the process. Or like, for example, how many of you have to deal with when the state comes like, all right, time to renew your Medicaid? It's that whole process. We all don't like it. It's horrible to go through, but then once you do it, it's done. You know, it's just, and it's not just people that are applying for jobs that end up ghosting you. I can't even tell you, prior to me being able to hire my own people, how many times agencies wouldn't follow through. They would say, oh, we have somebody, and they go, oh, no, we don't have somebody. Or, you know, they end up, you know, ghosting people as well. It's not just people ghosting people, it's agencies ghosting people. Yeah. So there's my whole entire little thing. Hopefully I didn't get a little ranty. Sorry if it did. But I just want to let you guys know that I struggle with managing my stress. And I struggle with it. But I want to let you know that it's okay. And to stop worrying and kind of embrace it. It's easier said than done, I know. But if you can focus your energy in a way to be able to do that, it really does make a difference. Okay, I'm going to catch my breath now for a minute. And I'm going to catch up on chat. Kelly says he will not sign a non-compete. Yeah, unfortunately, all the agencies around here have it. There's not a way to not sign it. You can be a business, but hire them as subcontractors. That keeps you from being liable for insurance for them and tax withholdings. True, and I'm not so worried about hiring them as a contractor. I could do them as a contractor for sure, but I can't. It's the way Medicaid is in the state of Oregon, like you owning anything. I feel like I can still get in trouble with that, but it's probably a good idea. Greg, that's a good one. I do like that. Kelly says, I'm going to assisted homes and poaching people because I offer higher pay. Yeah, and that's something I was able to do for a long time. Like for the longest time, I was higher paid, but now with everything that's happened over the last few years of the situation, I say after January, all the agencies have caught up to my pay, where they're all locally paying 18, 19, which is right where I'm at. So I can't compete beyond that. So it's kind of a what can I offer better than what they have kind of situation now. So I'm trying to. If anybody has any creative ideas, I'm all ears. My agency has made nearly 2K a month off me for the past 5 months, and they haven't done spot. Oh man, sorry to hear that, dude. I had one agency. There's a $25,000 fee if I hire one of their characters. Oh, yes, and that is true. That is no joke. There is seriously, they will come after you and sue you to oblivion. It's like they even specified the fee sometimes. $25,000 fee. It's insane. Yeah, the whole non-compete thing's got to go away. Man, Chris, you got me all fired up. It's all good though. It's all good, dude. Yeah, it's fine. We need to talk about this stuff. That's why we're talking about it. I've taken my helpers with me every time I've changed agencies. Yeah, I mean, if you're able to do that and you don't have a non-compete thing, for sure. I don't know how many companies have ghosted me when I was looking for work. It's aggravating both ways. Yeah, big time. Josh was saying that I'm so bad at recognizing stress in myself. Yeah, and it's a hard thing to recognize, Joshua. It's not like we can just automatically like, oh yeah, there it is. There's my stress. Sometimes we don't recognize it or see it until we like step outside the situation. So what I always like to do for me is I like to something super stressful happens, like family emergency, something crazy just happens, right? You just gotta find a place. You got 15 minutes to yourself, take a couple deep breaths, regroup, peace and quiet. Sometimes even music, and just kind of be able to step outside the situation. Now I'm able to process it and deal with the stress. Sometimes it takes a day or two. Like I said, over this weekend, the whole caregiving thing, I'm like, oh god, I gotta deal with this again, and I was super stressed. But then once I process it, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good now. I didn't do anything wrong. But it does take time. Let's see. Catch up here on chat. I told the agency that they have to stay competitive or they will lose their staff. Well, let's see, Kelly, in your situation, that's like you're able to pay more. That's awesome, dude. That's good. Come work for me. Free olive and cheese bar in the front room. Ooh. Charcuterie board available upon request. I can put that in there. That'd be great. You turned red on the face at the 25K fee. No, it's the coloring on the lighting. What are you talking about? Now you're gonna make me turn on the white light. I gotta get got the wrong color on my face now. It's also, I am wearing the sweatshirt and it's probably about 80 degrees in here, so I am super toasty. And plus the beverage is probably not helping, but that's for a different problem for a different day. Teresa, you have been the steering wheel. Wait, to be truthful, you have a steering wheel in the front room. Well, that's true. He does have a steering wheel in his front room, so he can't really use that. Josh was saying you're pretty sue-proof on paper. I'm assuming Josh would mean because, like, as individuals, we don't have like any assets or anything. So, like, go ahead and sue me. Like, there's nothing you can get kind of situation. I'm guessing that's what you meant by that comment. You can clarify if I'm wrong. White Raven, free snacks. Dude, it's all about free snacks. You can spin them white round baby. Oh gosh. All right, Greg, calm down. You're focusing on my tweet too much. There's no swipe right, swipe left on caregivers. It doesn't work. But I have thought about, with how many issues there is with it, how great would it be for one of us or myself to create like a website or something that can help people find caregivers that are good like people and have like ratings and stuff, so people like flake off or they don't show up for interviews. They just get like have like a 2-strike rule, like if they get like flagged as not showing up to interviews twice, they get kicked off. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a better website and a service, which is funny that it honestly took Indeed probably 8-9 months before they added something to where when you deny somebody, if they send you somebody like, hey, we have a good candidate, they applied, and you have like 72 hours to like remove them. It took them over a year to finally add a button that says this person didn't show up for an interview. And I have no idea if they're keeping track of that or anything, but I feel like that they should. But because and basically the way Indeed works is you pay per applicant. So I was up to on some of the depending on what type of post you do, but I was paying up to $36 per applicant, and you have 72 hours to get rid of them. So what happens if they apply at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, you have 72 hours to get in touch with them, get them interviewed, and decide if you're going to keep them within 72 hours, which is fine. It's great, but it adds up and gets expensive real quick if you're not paying attention or you stay on top of it, which ends up being like a full-time job. I'm telling you, my idea for reverse Yelp, it's for rating customers. So rating customers and businesses, yeah. I think that would be a great idea too. That's a whole separate situation, but I agree. But Ryan's List, yeah, I agree. Just did a Ryan's List website where you guys could put and you and have it so it's good quality people that are looking to care, that want to do the job. Have pay ranges all over the place, that people can request they want to make money and what they want to be paid, but there needs to be something better out there, specifically for caregiving. And care.com's not it. I love what they do. It's a great organization, it's a great concept to get, people that need help in their homes for, elder care and babysitters and pet care. It's an amazing site, but it doesn't really fit the middle area at all. You're right. They can't take any of my disability money. An old credit card company dragged me into court, and the judge told them there's no money here and threw it out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we don't have go ahead. We'll sign that $25,000 NDA all day long. Come at me. I don't got anything. But yeah, it's true though. I mean, we don't have anything to sue us for, but please try. Has somebody else had to deal with that? Or anybody else had to deal with medical companies with that? Well, speaking of medical companies, still no update on the wheelchair. Same situation, same time. Nothing's changed. I need to call them and find out if all of the wheelchair parts and stuff are there and everything's all good to go now. Because like I said, my fitting for my cushion's not until like middle of March or something. So yeah, we need to kind of get that figured out and whatnot. So um, totally normal. Can you clarify? I see some photos of a you know what on in our Power Soccer Discord group. Can you clarify that? Is that what I think it is? Sorry, not to drag that into our live chat and be talking about. Just want clarification because I know totally normal can verify what's going on there since I am doing this. I've got nothing for you to take. I've been waiting 2 months on warranty parts. Oh, on your chair. That's yeah, great. Yeah, getting stuff like warranted is great, but man, when it takes that long, it's kind of like, man, that's rough. Oh, okay. It looks like the thing, but not the thing we discussed at the auto show. Got it. Thank you for clarifying. That's a pretty sweet thing. That's why I was like, ooh. Um, Sorry, we're talking about something that we had a big discussion as a group, a bunch of Power Soccer people at the auto show. So that's what we're discussing. And somebody posted something in at Discord, and I was just asking some questions about it. But nobody wants to be in court. Can medical companies sue you? It kind of depends. Yeah, anybody could sue anybody. Whether or not the judge is going to toss it out or not, it kind of depends on what it's for. Like if you go online and I don't know, trash talk some company that did horrible things, but you didn't have proof and you're just like trash talking them, they could go after you for libel and all kinds of different things. I mean, it's not as likely, but it's possible. But pretty much anybody can sue anybody. I mean, I could get sued for having this live chat. Who knows? I'm just kidding. But seriously, you never know. Hot coffee to your lap. That's a great example. Yep. That's a real life example that's happened to people. Yeah, I wonder, because something that happened to me is, I don't know if you guys obviously have watched any of my old videos. But remember when the caregiver stole from me and I took that person to court and then the agency court? I probably should have. It was interesting. Like the agency had like things in there that basically kept me from basically suing them based on the way I think the contract was written or something. I could go after their caregiver, but not them because I think I remember now why. Because they hired their caregivers as contractors, so they're not held liable, which is crazy. I, have you had totally normal saying that it's time to name drop his name to DME. You've dealt with this DME, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah, I know. Hey, Wanzo, how's it going, sir? Welcome in. Let's see you sneak in. Yeah, that's true, hot or not, but yeah. So if I go into the DME and like name drop you, be like, all right, so totally normal said this. Totally normal's like, yeah, no. I think I need to use that. I just realized it's way past tea time. Give me 1 second here. Look at a delivery of tea. Everything will catch fire, but you'll get your chair, and then they'll probably also fire you, but you'll have your chair. Okay, got it. So I can, well, I'll just see how the conversation goes. I've already had to deal with management, so they already know about me. Management has my name. Actually, you know what? Corporate even knows me by name. I forgot. I had to get corporate involved just to get. Remember when my cable broke? Remember I was tilting back and my cable broke and I couldn't get back upright. Remember I did I think I did a video about that. And yeah, they. I remember that. Yep. Nope. The corporate knows who I am by first name, last name, probably where I live. So yeah, they. I've already been red flagged, so might as well do a name drop. Oh, what did they take? Asked Joshua. That's a good question, Joshua. You ready for this, Joshua? They literally took a $25 gift card. It was empty. They did like a whole like sting operation. Uh, Greg, could you or Totally Normal, could one of you find that video? We should totally pull that up. It was a hilarious video. I went into kind of details. Like I did like a whole sting operation and everything, Joshua. It was pretty good. It gives us a good little laugh about it. Hey, Thomas and Rich, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, because actually, maybe I could find that video real quick because we can find that video. That's a hilarious video that I'm sure Joshua you get a kick out of. Maybe we'll get a kick out of it. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. We can find that video. Should be pretty easy to find, I think. Let's see, because it's actually one of my regular videos, not a live video, so it should be pretty easy to find. Oh yeah, it's 11 minutes long. Perfect. Thank you. Let me load it up here in a different browser. Thank you. Hold on. I just saw that message. Where'd that message go? Oh, it's probably in thank you. It's literally in chat. That's hilarious. That's great. Let me load this up in a different browser real quick. Give me 1 second. Apologize for the ums and the ohs. Just did not have prepared for opening up a link. Because, you know, oh, you're going to be signed in to watch YouTube? Okay, fine. We'll just do it this way. Okay, let's go to desktop land. Desktop. All right. I think, where's my microphone's good? Where's desktop audio? There it is. All right. Let me get through the ads here. My not so smooth criminal caregiver stealing from me. Let's go ahead and dig in. Wow, who was that guy? Young looking guy. So, for privacy reasons, we will be calling the agency Acme Agency, and we'll be calling the caregiver Barbara. Barbara. So, when I first met Barbara from the Acme Agency, there was just something off about her. I really couldn't point a finger on it. I really didn't know what it was. Just something in my gut was saying, you really need to kind of keep an eye on this one. And I remember on the first day that Barbara was here, I had to kind of show her around the house, as I do with all my caregivers. Like, here's the different rooms, the areas that you'll be, helping me in. And I clearly remember in the back of my mind, not my kid. That it just seemed like she was like extra nosy. Have you ever seen like any of those really like, over popular burglar movies? And whenever they're like casing a house, the way they kind of look at things at the house, it's more of like here, let's look up and down, let's look right and left, like look at everything that's in a particular spot in the home, instead of, if you're just being shown like a particular area, you just take a quick glance and you would move on. Yeah, hair was not I felt like basically she was like casing every single room as far as like, ooh, I wonder what's in here, what's in this room. And it really kind of set off some additional, red flags in my mind. But like, I really need to keep an eye on this one. So a few weeks into having Barbara as an employee from the Acme Agency, my birthday had come around. So during my birthday, I received all kinds of birthday cards with gift cards in them, and they were just kind of on my desk, as that's normally where mail goes in my own house. Just kind of on my desk, and I had gift cards in there. And a week went by, and I knew that there was a particular gift card I was looking for that I knew was, I left it in an envelope, or inside the card, in an envelope on my desk. So I knew exactly right where I left it. Well, a week went by, and I couldn't find this gift card. It was driving me bonkers. Like, where could this gift card have gone? Like, I don't understand. I didn't spend it, I didn't use it, and I know that I had left it right there. And that's when I kind of knew, like, oh, man, this really can't be happening. Kind of situation where I'm like, okay, what caregiver has been here during the last week? What's been the newest thing that's been happening around the house? And the first thing I could come to would be like, well, Barbara. She definitely was acted very suspicious. I always kind of had a weird, thing in my gut about her being in the house, especially if I left her ever alone at all. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So I decided office to send me an alert with motion detection if anyone was to go into the office. So long story short, totally normal, was a huge assist in setting up a sting operation with a camera in the corner that would basically, you would not see it. Hear her get up, goes into the bathroom. You hear the water start running in the bathroom, and you hear the door close. So I just assume, oh, well, she's in the bathroom. There's nothing to worry about. No big deal. Well, then I get an alert on my phone saying there's motion detected in your office. I'm like you've got to be kidding me. Because, the dog's next to me, so I know there's nobody else that could be in there. So long story short, she basically took the gift card, or took the birthday card out of the envelope, took the gift card out, placed it on her, and then basically put the card back in the envelope, and the envelope back on the desk, and then walked back to the bathroom and act like nothing even happened. Like, it was just a complete smooth little operation, like nothing. Now, during this time, I had to keep a straight face the whole entire time. I had to stay calm and just act normal during this whole entire time. That was hard, like knowing that she just stole something and you had to keep a calm, like, cool face. I didn't want to, like, confront her right then and there. I need to actually, like, check the video for proof. So that was really one of the hardest times. Like, the last, like, hour of that night was so tough. I knew, honestly, she'd gone in there, but I couldn't look at the footage or really confront her until after she had left, because, like I said, I still didn't have proof. I mean, sure, the camera may have saw somebody go into the room, but unless there's actually proof, I can't do anything. So after Barbara had left for her shift, myself and the family member reviewed the footage, and for sure she definitely had stolen the gift card. And I had to basically sleep that night knowing that. So I had to add this. You can't really see it because my screen zoomed in, but it actually says, or if I zoom out real quick, It says like asterisk, not actual event footage. This is a reenactment. I had to like I talked to a lawyer and I had to do that to cover myself. This is not the actual footage, but at least it gives you a gist of at least where the camera could have been. Can't tell you where, but pretty close.
Somebody had violated my trust, had come into my house and taken advantage of me and stealing something as low as a gift card, which to me, it's not so much about the monetary value of a gift card. I think it's the principle of the matter that you shouldn't be going in and stealing stuff from somebody you're taking care of. They're there to have that trust to make sure that you're actually going to be there to take care of them and not be taking advantage of them. So the next morning, I called my local police department, had them come out and filed a police report, and also gave them the evidence. I then also contacted Acme Agency and told them about what happened with Barbara that evening. And they said that they would take care of it on their administratively on their end as far as what they needed to do. And they would obviously send me.
So, long story short, Barbara, like, basically got, in trouble, fired, whatever you want to say. Kind of got that taken care of. She was gone. And then the local district attorney got involved. And he's like, hey, so what happened, whatever. And he's like, well, basically, because you're a disabled individual, normally it's just like a misdemeanor. But he said, because I was a disabled individual, there's additional laws here in the state of Oregon that basically, if you are stealing something and you're stealing from the elderly or the disabled, you can be charged with a felony. So I went with that person and the DA, and we made it happen. And we were able to charge that person with a felony, which was amazing because it made it so this particular person could never, ever work in caregiving again and take advantage of somebody. So that to me was a win. It was a long process, lots of back and forth at court and meeting with lawyers and stuff. It was a lot of pain in the butt, but it was worth it in the end. But there's one, I guess, negative effect that happened because of that. So remember my video was kind of saying, well, then like trust kind of went out the window, right? There was no longer like a trust, and because of that, basically after that one person, because at the time I was still having agency caregivers, and they were sending me a new caregiver like every week. They couldn't keep people there, and when that happened, then I decided to put cameras all throughout the house, so that kind of got rid of like privacy in my own home, which really sucks. But I have to say, since then, having cameras in the house, nobody's ever stolen since. So, but best advice I can give anybody that's going to require like multiple caregivers throughout the day or throughout the week, and you need that, I would just get some of those fake cameras online and put them up around your house. So they don't need to know if it's real or not. Like that, people wouldn't know. But it's definitely worth it to have. If you're not comfortable having cameras in your own house, at least you can at least do that. So that's my suggestion. Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, people do suck. I agree. The poor Sun Devils. No. The Sun Devils were not associated with that. That had to be what I was wearing that day. But yeah, like basically they set up a little sting operation because I knew she was stealing, and I had to prove it though, because with anything you have to have proof before you accuse something to somebody. So I had to get proof, and the sting operation was really the way to do it. So, oh, absolutely, Tom. Like trust. Tom's saying, glad to hear that at least you got that, but trust is such a major part. Oh, absolutely. Like that's one thing I've learned after getting hospitalized in 2017, which we'll have a story about that eventually. I think I decided I'm going to tell that story because it's a pretty big deal story, a pretty big emotional story. My goal is at 500 subscribers to tell that story. I'm not quite ready to tell it yet. It happened in 2017, but it's a pretty major story. But because of that incident that happened, though, I realized and learned how important trust is, and making sure that the caregivers that I have understand how important that trust is, and also making sure that they understand how important it is that my life is literally in their hands sometimes, like literally, physically, like in their hands. Like, if they, for example, if they don't connect the Hoyer sling or the sling connected to the Hoyer properly, something could happen. They don't transfer you properly, which luckily I don't do manual transfers anymore. But if for any of you that still do, you know what I mean. Like if something's just done wrong because they're having a bad day or they're not paying attention, like they need to understand like that life is literally in their hands. And I think that's something I learned a lot, and trust is right on up there with it. So thanks for saying that, Thomas the Rich. That's so true. Trust is the most important part of all of it. And I have amazing, awesome people that I have now. They're trustworthy. They're amazing. Like I have nothing, no complaints. Things are good. I just need to get a few more awesome people on my team. That's all I need. And then you guys can get all kinds of up videos of like me at doctor's appointments, all kinds of things. It should be fun. That's my goal. It's kind of share more of my life, but I can't do that till I get some extra assistance. So anybody in the Oregon area that's coming back and watching this and interested, hit me up. Pay 18 to 19 an hour. Thought about doing a video specifically just about me hiring. I don't know what you guys think about that. Should I put together a video and put it out there on the interwebs? Try to hire somebody off of the interwebs, or is that basically kind of like doing like Craigslist hiring? Just asking. Wanzo, you are, I think you and Totally Normal on the Snow Globe. I don't think we have anything. Let me that's one thing I can actually do and stream is I can pull up my cameras without showing my cameras, which is kind of nice. I'm checking the weather outside through Home Assistant, which I absolutely love Home Assistant, by the way. For any of you that don't know anything about it or anything, it's amazing. Hiring would be a good video, like the hiring process, Joshua, or the actual, like me looking for somebody, or all of it. I just want a little clarification on that one, sir. Yeah, I got Home Assistant running. I need to talk to you Totally Normal off stream about getting some additional setup, but yes, I got it working, and I do have a couple questions about it, but I'm sure you can easily answer it. Yeah, all of it. All right, Joshua, I can do that. I'm sure a lot of you would be really curious, like what it's like, the whole process of it. Yeah. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start doing like updates, like little short, like 1-2 minute videos of like update on all of that and my processes and stuff. I can do that. I just need to get like I said, I need to get somebody in here to help me like do the recording. It's not that I probably can't physically, I just can't hold the phone and like record things at the same time. I don't know. I can't like do what I'm doing to you guys now. The camera's set. It's in a static position. Every live stream, it's always in the same spot. I don't have to change it. But like when it comes to my phone, like if I'm somewhere doing something public somewhere, I don't have the ability to like pull it out and hit record. But it would be interesting to see the whole interview process and interview questions. I do have a really good, a really good amount of interview questions that I've learned over the years. And honestly, what I would like to do again, which is funny, when I had my first job, fresh out of high school at a community college up in Seattle, and it was a brand new college, it just opened, and I had an interview with 10 people. They brought me to a room, and I had to interview in front of 10 people. That was the most intimidating thing I've ever been through. And it's definitely, it was intimidating. It's something I don't want to do to people, but I always feel like having that kind of like interview process might weed out people. Or at least maybe weed out the people that are applying for the job and don't respond because, I don't know. In my opinion, I believe they're just trying to get unemployment or something. I don't understand how people can afford to live here in the state of Oregon with blowing off jobs and interviews. I just don't understand it. I can't wrap my head around it or figure out how that's possible. I'm sure that's another whole video by itself. In your past life, you've easily interviewed and hired a few thousand people. Okay. Joshua, do you currently have anybody that works that you're having to hire out on your own, or using agencies, if you don't mind me asking? And are you looking to hire down the road? I guess like by yourself. I know Chris was earlier in chat. I know Chris was saying that he was looking to do that. And that little kiddo in the video was my not mine, just my sister's kid, my niece. In case you guys are wondering. I know you guys were asking earlier. Yeah, I don't know if that's quite it. Totally normal. Maybe I swear it's gotta be unemployment though. It's gotta be. Just took me outside and saw some snow in downtown. Oh, dude, I heard that downtown had Mike. I heard downtown had snow by like 4 p.m. My girl and my caregiver, but I worked in restaurant for 3 decades. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. I'm going to pull up my camera from my phone because Home Assistant in Google doesn't always play nice. So my grass is officially white, but both of my cars and the street perfectly clear. Not even a. It's so weird. Like the snow went like all around where I live, but nowhere near. But like Wanzo, Mike C, totally normal. They all got like 5+ inches. Some people even got a foot of snow today. It's crazy for around here. Which wish me luck tomorrow. I gotta go out and about tomorrow in the morning. So hopefully roads are gonna be good where I gotta go all the way to the other side of Portland. I gotta go. My hand functions declining. I'll watch the stream later. Sounds good, dude. Thanks for being here. I get that hand rested, dude. I totally know what you mean. Hold on to a phone for a while, your hands get tired. The hand functions go away. So yeah, there will be a live replay. Don't you worry. I'll update it from. Oh wow, holy! We have an update from Totally Normal. I think Totally Normal should do like a I feel like that this needs to come with like some sort of like audio clip with this Totally Normal. Let's go ahead and switch to the desktop. Which I guess I could probably get rid of that for a minute. But check that out. Look at the amount of snow there. That's just crazy. Craziness. And I wish I could pull up with something I could show you on mic, but I don't have any cameras that I can show that won't show information outside, unfortunately. I was actually thinking about putting my GoPro outside to capture like the snowfall tonight, but yeah. I will do that next time. So it looks like YouTube has done a lot of different things here with YouTube chat. So if any of you have been chatting or anything, it looks like, okay, I can see all chat now. Never mind. I had it selected on top chat. I can see everyone's chat now. So, and welcome in if you're new. I'm rycandoit. Just talking about disability stuff, caregiving, how to find help wanted, and my ability to process it and learn how to process it. So, and not stress about it. That's what we were talking about earlier, way in the beginning of the stream. So if any of you feel like you got in here late and you're like, what's going on? Just go back to the very beginning of the stream. And yeah, normally towards this time, I'm already halfway through or beyond. White Ravens had snow for weeks. Yeah, you have lots of snow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it snows here. Everything shuts down. I think most of all the schools and stuff all around me are all closed for the morning and stuff. Except for, I don't think where I live is. I'm sure they will, though. The problem with the weather in Portland tonight is it's supposed to get down to 21 degrees tonight, and then the high tomorrow is only like 30. So that's what everyone's kind of worried about, weather-wise, around Portland. So hopefully it's not the case. Totally normal. I'm assuming you're going to be doing your stream from the bus. I'm guessing. Based on that photo, I don't know if you're going anywhere, sir. I don't know if you're going to attempt a warehouse. I've heard that around your warehouse location, there's lots of snow. Bus stream? Okay. Cool. That's what I figured. I just thought I'd ask. Super chats are more fancy. Yeah, I about that super chat life. I got a ways to go. But YouTube got to break that 1,000 mark. So once I get myself situated with the additional assistance during the afternoon, I will for sure be doing hopefully more videos more frequently. Actual videos, not live streams, but live streams too, to help grow the channel, to get more people and to help things go up. So I can get to that 1,000 subscribers, so I can have super chats and have all the lights in the room flash and throw a party and music and stuff. I have it all pretty much like set, ready to go, but I can't do super chats on here. I could switch over to doing Twitch again, which is where I started, but YouTube is just a much better spot. I feel like better. You can control like the chat. You're less likely to get spam and stuff. I mean, you still get it, but less likely on YouTube than you do on Twitch. So I know Twitch. Yeah. See, as soon as I mention it. But with that being said, the podcast will be on YouTube and Twitch, and I think Facebook all at the same time when I get that thing started. So yeah, just waiting on something. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. You know the drill. Show the love. Give me those likes. I feel like I'm not allowed to say it. I feel like it's like breaking like some sort of rule if I say it. You watch one medic over there. Yeah, see, there's always, I'm sure there's, you guys like certain people over on the other platform as well on Twitch. It's a good platform. It's really good to, I feel like it's a good way for like streamers to start out like and be able to move up. I feel like it's a good spot versus like YouTube. You got to really get up to the thing. Yeah. Oh, you said that 3 times in your last video? Leave a comment. Leave a comment. That's awesome. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, retweet. I don't know about my tweet. I don't know if how many of you saw my tweet today. It was kind of funny. But I don't know. Back to our beginning conversation about care, though. I'm telling you, we definitely need to make a caregiving website to kind of fix all the things wrong with all the other job posting sites, everything specifically. Just caregiving only, not pets, not kids, like literally a website specifically just for caregivers. And sure, make it so people got to pay, but make it so then it's like we get good quality people on there that way, though. Like if people are like, with like marketing and stuff like that. So like as the end user, like myself, you'd have to pay like $5 an applicant or something. You have like a week to mark them no or something. I don't know. I'm open to any ideas you guys have on setting up something like that because I really think we need it. There needs to be a better place for us to be able to find people. Where colleges are going to be like, oh, nope, sorry, you can't do that. No crooks, Caregiver United. Yeah, that'd be good. Don't steal from me, care.com. I don't know, or maybe like a site too that offers like background, like you can like caregivers can do background checks to show that they had it, so they're more likely to be hired. I think that'd be cool as well. Oh, no Crocs caregivers. Yeah, I got you. People that wear Crocs and Peters. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think there's a couple of mine that wear Crocs. I think about it. Totally normal. Did you say that? But yeah, no, it's definitely something that needs to happen. We need to have a website for caregivers and for people to be able to find. We Know Thieves caregivers. That'd be a good name. I like that. We Know Thieves. No, let's have that. Like I said, there literally needs to be something for people in my situation and like others that need care and to find honest, good, true working people that actually want to work, not people that are applying to get unemployment, and make it so like it's connected to the each state's unemployment office, so every application is verified that they're not on unemployment. Like they have to like it gets verified with the the local office that they're not on unemployment before they can even be on the site. I think that would help out a lot. I don't expect like large organizations like Indeed, anything at all like that to ever do that, but like a small website, I don't see why not. Honest Care Inc. I like that. Oh man, of course that involves looking into LLC and all that, but maybe that's what I need to do. Is just start a caregiving company. Maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know. Maybe that's the answer. I mean, come on, they're pulling $1 to $12 million a year. That's wouldn't need disability then. Just saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's gonna take it takes a long time to get to a company started like that. You got to have money to probably start something like that. But once you do, I'm sure it's just continual income. A lot of work to put involved though. I mean, you got to have hiring managers. You got to hire people, and I would not want to be a caregiving agency right now in this market, and at least in the Portland area. Just put a site up. Yeah. Well, like I said, I've done that before in the past where I put together like a for my own care a site up, but I haven't done anything where I advertise for others. But maybe that's something that needs to happen. Right? rycancare.com. We could throw that on there. Orion's Honest Care Inc. Providing you quality caregivers since 1984. See, I could even come up with really good ads. I don't know, I feel like a caregiving company that would be owned by a disabled individual would do really well, especially somebody that has a lot of experience with caregiving and like has a lot of needs and different things. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty awesome. RyanDidIt.com? That makes it sound like it's already successful before it even started. RyanDidIt.com. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate that. That's definitely what we need. Do we have any I think Joshua, I think you said you're Pennsylvania. Do we have any other out of staters? I know Greg, you're out of state as well. Everybody else got snow and they're happening in their place? White Raven, you don't have to even answer. We already know you have like snow. Like we just don't even bother hitting reply, bro. We know. We're aware. We know you got snow. 75 in storms, dude. That doesn't sound so bad, bro. Not so bad. Yeah, it did. I think I remember seeing the on the news this evening before the live stream that it definitely had a lot of heat and stuff. Surprised you didn't get kicked? Oh, because of the storms. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. I mean, there's nothing worse than losing your internet and whatever. It's hell here. Definitely no snow. Oh, like temperature wise? Why is it hell? Ah, Starlink. All right, that makes sense. Yep, I love Starlink. Gotta hide all of our interwebs underground. Is Wanzo still here? I think Wanzo was still chat. Oh, that's what. See, it made it sound like you're like it's like super toasty over there. Real nice. Well, I'm hoping that everything goes well. Oh man, over the next few days, so I can get to soccer. Right now, I'm trying to figure that out. My caregiver that I normally have do that is no longer able to get me to soccer for me to coach. So I am trying to figure it out this weekend. I do have a backup plan, so there's a backup in place, so nobody panic. But definitely been hard to try to find somebody for that. So again, I probably should do a video about that too. Finding a caregiver slash volunteer slash awesome person that likes working with kids and adults with disabilities. I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can find somebody that way, and then maybe I can push them into like caregiving afterwards. Hey, come volunteer. And by the way, time to yeah, time to go. FYI, this is the last weekend I won't. So you won't be there, is what I'm hearing. Does that mean you'll be there afterwards, the weeks after, or are you disappearing for a while, Lonzo? I know you're not, but just asking. Uh, it was 30s a couple days less. Wow, okay. And 33. Wow. Let me see what ours is saying right now. Wintry mix stopping soon. Currently 33 degrees and dropping. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's interesting. Majority of all the snow, according to the radar, is all up towards Seattle. Feel bad for those peeps up that way. Got it. Okay, got it. This is the last weekend you won't be able to make it. You'll be there afterwards. Okay, I got you. Sweet. That'll be good, Wanzo. I'll be glad to have you back. What other subject matter did I have on my list? Hold on. I think I have. As we talked about advertisement, we talked about stress, managing stress, putting things in control boxes, not control boxes, all that fun stuff. I do need to get back to at some point in time on a video. The one video that never happened was the one that I was making the 365 days of like calendar, like basically a 365-day calendar, not like calendar like photos of people kind of calendar, but like calendar dates that I could post up like on social media, stuff like that. Something about llamas. No, we're not discussing llamas. That's one thing we will not discuss. Has anybody here played around more with ChatGPT, the AI bot chat, or Bing? Has anyone gotten access to the new Bing AI and messed around with it? What's everyone's thoughts on it? That's all I want to know. What is your thoughts on the whole Bing and AI and everyone freaking out, including the news? they spit. Yes, yes, Wanzo. Yes, they do. I was curious what everyone thinks about the whole hype about Microsoft and using ChatGPT and like the new Bing and like with it being like crazy and saying crazy stuff, like people's like staying up like late nights having conversations with it till like 3, 5 in the morning, and it was like saying strange things about like it like spied on the people that made it and it was watching them on their cameras. Like it was some weird stuff. But then now they limit it so you can only like do like 5 prompts before like it like removes you or something. I don't know. I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. Line Six Trips is the most recent WAN show. Luke talks about the Bing AI. It's pretty intense. Okay. See a lot of people go crazy about MS Bing wanting to take over the world. Yep. It's the new Facebook. Everyone loves it, and then they're gonna hate it. It's so true. They're like, "Wow, it's Bing. I gotta get on this," and then they're gonna like, "Yeah, it's gonna turn like Facebook." Yeah, Microsoft thought it was a good idea to give it internet access. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't feel like they were prepared for it. Like, all right, let's put this bot online and see what happens. But they failed before with putting bots online, where it was like cursing and like saying racial slangs and things. Like it was terrible. And I don't know. This whole, yeah, the whole thing's just crazy. I think I want to maybe try to get access to the Bing bot, request access to it and try it because I just want to do a video on it. I think it'd be, I want to know how much better it is than the ChatGPT version 3 that I did a video on about like disability and asking it questions. I remember we did that video. I want to do that again, but using Bing. And just curious if it's a little bit better about understanding disabilities and things. The cool thing is though, ChatGPT did know a lot about power soccer. I have to say, for being a bot that only go into 2020. I had a lot of information about Power Soccer. It's pretty cool. Ask it questions. It's just first gen Skynet. Yep, that's so true. I'll have to watch that video, um, Totally Normal, the WAN show, and see what they're talking about. I don't want to bore people with AI chat, but it's a real thing. We got something that's like in every time you click on the news, it's like AI bot wrote this article or somebody made a deep fake video. Like it's gonna be like the year of AI. I was actually thinking, how cool would it be to make a Discord bot? And this is for you, Totally Normal. Make a Discord bot that people can go on Discord and ask it questions about the wheelchair. Like, all right, I have this error code on my Permobile, C300. And the bot would automatically be able to go through the documentation and be able to determine what the error is and be able to give them that information. So kind of like a, wheelchair repair bot. I think it'd be really cool. Especially with like ChatGPT by version 3 by itself. It's very easy to train. We'll have to talk offline about that. I have a few ideas. I think it'd be kind of fun for that. Microsoft has a way of taking good things and breaking them. Yeah, so true. And it's not, I mean, and realistically, they literally bought it. They donated like $10 billion. So it's not like they actually made it themselves. Any of their other AI products that they've made before have all failed. I had a friend in IT that was an alpha test as an adult chat app. After 3 weeks of him chatting with it, they politely asked him to stop. He looked at places they didn't expect. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, Microsoft got the same experience. Yeah, there's been some strange conversations happening with people and the chatbots. For sure. Like reported conversations and like news companies and stuff of having conversation with it are just like, wait, what? And that's the thing I've heard is like there's like some new other companies that are trying to do AI, but for like adult like theme things that don't have those filters, or another company is doing it doesn't have any filters on it. It's like such a bad idea to not have any filters. Tom Scott also did a good video on it a few weeks ago, says Chris. Okay. See, now I gotta go watch the WAN show tomorrow. I will watch Tom Scott. And find it funny because all the stuff you can find on the internet, it's not AI fault. No, absolutely. Like you put in the wrong search in Google, you're gonna end up in some pretty bad and weird places. Like llamas. We won't do llamas. We can joke about that, but we won't do llamas. But it's true. I mean, a lot of people are blaming like, oh, the bot that this is like it's actually gathering all the information and repeating it back. I kind of find out that we're basically taking the information and it's taking our input, we're asking it, and then like reforming it back to us in a different way that feels like a response. I don't know. Okay, that's a good point. Total Normal just said, I still enjoy Alexa telling 7-year-olds to stick quarters into electrical sockets, right? Like, if we can't even get that figured out, and also we're going to start having AI chatbots, like, telling people horrible things, besides, the Alexas and the Googles, yeah, that's totally true, totally normal. It's sad, but it's true. Do you think that they would have had a fix for that? It's like everything you still need to have a brain. That's what I worry about. I worry about like society's gonna not necessarily like dumb down, but there's not gonna be like people are not gonna be like blogging and writing like new articles and like we're gonna end up with the source. Okay, like so 2021, everything on the internet data stops after that because it's just rinsing and repeating over and over the same crap and there's no moving forward. Like there's no progress in the internet. I mean, not that there won't be, but it's going to slow way down, I feel like. In my opinion. Things will be kind of weird. I still remember when people would go to the wrong extension of the White House website. I remember that. Yep. Greg says AI doesn't get context. No, that's true. Good, nobody could steal your information. That's true if it's just recycled. over and over, Wanzo. We like, all right, we don't have any new logins. Like those logins for like those are from 2022 or 23. We don't have any new stolen logins. Sorry. We can only hope that they can't steal our information, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I think I should get a T-shirt that says, or we should get one of my T-shirts should say "Embrace the Chaos." That'd be a good name for a shirt. Instead of "Stop worrying and love the chaos," I think this "Embrace the Chaos." It should be like a new slogan. Not that my life is really that chaotic at the moment, but it could be. You've seen answers taken from my transcripts of my videos and Google searches now. Oh, interesting. Now, with YouTube Live, does it automatically transcribe your videos and transcripts, or are you adding those in? Totally normal. We carry cell phones. Okay, good point. That probably has listened to every single thing I've said in this conversation. I'll probably get random ads. For care.com, I'm sure. I bet you it's the first thing I'm going to get on YouTube tomorrow will be a care.com ad. I think I've said that website like 4 times. Yeah, cell phones are always listening. We already kind of know and or assume that for sure. I'm afraid when AI jumps the blood-brain barrier on the internet and gets into lands in a world and access private information. Yeah, total possibility. I mean, like to repair videos, but they automatically transcribe when people who click splash the page. Interesting. Well, maybe we can beat them to it. Totally normal. Make a bot. Brokenwheelchairs.com bot that they can go in and put in their answer, and there you go. You get all the traffic. They load up the site like behind a paywall or something. So people have to pay to get the Broken Wheelchairs bot. Probably wouldn't necessarily work in the long term, but good idea. That's crazy to automatically transcribe them and then people click on it just to get that information. I wonder. I'd have to go back through and look at some of my how-to videos, which I have quite a few on my channel. People are doing the same thing, like going to a certain point in the video, just get the information and leaving. Especially if it's like a how-to or like a repair video, people are always probably more likely to do that, would be my guess. Yeah, Greg, I hope that the AI doesn't start spewing out people's personal information and stuff. That'd be interesting. I did download Ultra HAL again recently. HAL, old school chatbot from 2001. Wow, that's old, dude. You can have it read websites and learn. Ooh. All right. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Just to have like a chat bot, like a different Discord chat bot, so you can talk about it with different things. Like one for power soccer, one for wheelchair repair. What else would be good? One for there we go. We could do this. I could have it work to find caregivers. That would be hilarious. Could have like a caregiver like chatbot that helps you find people and managing like hiring, where to go, where to post. Oh wow. Okay, I see. So totally normal just sent me like a thing like if somebody had said replace armrest on promobile wheelchair in a private window, and his video shows up along with the transcription of each step in a video to go with it. That's crazy. Replace armrest on a promobile wheelchair. I can't believe it just shows up like that. I'm gonna have to track it now. What are we doing? We're replacing replace armrest on promobile chair, huh? I mean, you figured that would be something that would be replace armrest with the armrest or armrest. Armrest on promobile chair, okay. Let's see what it shows. That's kind of crazy that it automatically transcribes that, though. That's Let's see if I can actually learn how to type here. Huh. So this is this is from Firefox, which is using the same thing. Oops, I don't know why that happened. There we go. So this is Firefox in a private window, and then your clip shows up, and it has 10 key moments, and then there you go. There's the drop down. So it literally took Totally Normal's video and grabbed like each section and then the text of basically what they want to look for, removing the second screw, removing the cover. So they can literally go right to the spot they want to watch and then click on it, which I'm sure has got a big effect on views, right? I mean, that's got to have a huge effect on the views. I just realized chat box can't be seen, huh? There we go. Oops. Let's see if I can get chatbot to or that box to go away. There we go. I don't know if that's still showing on screen, but yeah, that's crazy. Let me come back around and check, but I totally lost chat in that window. Oh, those aren't time codes in your video either, really? That's interesting. All from the auto generator transfer. Interesting. What if I could make a QR code for that spot? Huh. That is very interesting. How that all works and how they like take the transcription off of there. Now I want to look up one of my videos just out of curiosity. One of my popular ones I know. I think I did it on the one I did with the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi, which, oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you watched. Let's see. My video. Oh, it did the same thing for mine as well. Interesting. Well, there you go. Something new on YouTube that I didn't realize was happening. Is that? Yeah, here we go. See right here. Here's the video, and then here's like the key moments. All these videos above me, not all of them does it have key moments, but a lot of these have key moments. I mean, my video is much older, so I'm a little bit lower on the list now. But if you look at all these, they all still have it. Like every single one of these. So it looks like they're pretty much going through any like how-to videos or like step-by-step videos, and they're doing that. So interesting. It's good to see there's all these other videos that are happening now. I mean, it's still a big Wino coin. It's still happening. If you guys are interested in learning anything about cryptocurrency, it's a pretty cool little way to get started. So learning just about crypto it doesn't really cost anything, and you can run it off of like a Node MCU or ESP32 device. Like you can run it literally off of like nothing, which is pretty cool. That's why I don't even say email addresses anymore. Transcripts are easily searchable. Yeah, for sure. Pi? Somebody say Raspberry Pi? Yeah, I'll full deep of you. That's so funny. Yeah, I know that. Oh gosh, Linus Tech Tips did a video recently. I think it was Linus Tech Tips, showing the different like models and stuff that are out there. There's a lot of good options out there besides a regular Raspberry Pi. So transcription and analytics will always win. Yeah, that's probably true. We need to pull what search engine everyone uses. Oh man. It better not be Bing. All right. Have a good night. Totally normal. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna be actually shutting down the stream here in just a few minutes, so I'm glad to see you, sir. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I think you're Lonzo. I think you're 100% right. Company in Poland is to make Poland is making a copy of the Pi 3B plus. Yeah, I forget the name of that one, but yeah, there is a company that's doing that as well. Which I'm still rocking the Raspberry Pi 3, a Raspberry Pi 1, and a Raspberry Pi 0. So those are kind of the main ones I have. I would like to get a Compute Modular 4, but don't have that yet. I've been trying to get one for a while, but they keep every time they pop up, they disappear. As any of you know, trying to buy Raspberry Pi is pretty much impossible. Well, I'm thinking what it might be. So we started what 6:30, an hour, 2 hour? No, yeah. So I think I'm gonna probably wind down the stream here. Give myself a little bit of break before bed. That way I'm not jumping off right at 8:30, like I normally do. I just don't want to get myself too tired. I got a long day tomorrow. Gotta go out to an appointment in the morning, so I want to make sure I'm well rested for that and good to go. But yeah, Raspberry Pis are supposedly back in stock later this year. Well, apparently that's an air quotes though. Like they keep saying that, White Raven, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. So I've watched about every YouTube video on SBCs that might compete with my Pi 4, and not much out there. Oh, Ryan, look at the most recent one from Linus Tech Tips. They just did one, and it had a lot of. There was one that was an actual pretty decently priced that had a lot of power, more power than the Pi 4. I'm glad you actually got a Pi 4 8 gig. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't believe it's already been 3 years that there's been a Pi shortage. It sounds like kind of a dumb thing to be out of Raspberry Pi. People probably wonder, what are we talking about? Little tiny tinkering board known as an SBC, and it's basically allows you to do cool, fun projects. You can run Linux on it, control LEDs. You can have it run Home Assistant. There's just endless amounts of projects you can do with Raspberry Pis. There's not enough projects. We need more projects. Actually, I have done a project recently called InfluxDB on my Raspberry Pis, where I'm using InfluxDB databases to monitor stats on the system. So like hard drive, temperature, how much space there is, how much is on the processor load, and having all the computers send all that data to the Raspberry Pi and put it on a graph. It's actually pretty cool. I might do a video on that next. I have a couple different how-to tech videos I want to do. I just, like I said, just really haven't had the time. My main focus has been trying to find the afternoon person and a morning person on Thursdays and Fridays, but just hasn't happened yet. So, anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna kind of start winding this thing down. Remember to do all that awesome stuff. You know, like, share, subscribe, all the love. Don't forget to retweet my tweet. It's pretty funny. Seems to be getting a lot of people's attention. I know a lot of people like my tweet today. I don't know why. Seems to be pretty good. Yeah. And just remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll be seeing most of you tomorrow on Totally Normal's channel. I really appreciate everyone being here, getting me through the live stream and hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully this was informative for a lot of you and like managing stress and like figuring out like, you know, caregiving things. And I will definitely do more videos based on the job thing, like the interview questions I did and like how that process went, so you guys can kind of have an idea basically what it's, you know, what it's all about, stuff like that. So, and needs more comments. Go ahead and leave more comments on that tweet. That's good. I like that. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. Yeah, I appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome, amazing, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow, if not next week. And yeah, just you know all my socials, so hit me up. All right. See you guys. Have a good night. Have a good week, and good night.